Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sammy Crimstein, and this is my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be looking at the NFL 2017 Divisional Playoff Predictions. So remember, this is only going to be my Divisional Playoff Predictions. I am not going to go into the championship round or the Super Bowl. If you want to see my predictions for those rounds, tune in to next week and the following weeks, to their videos so you can see my predictions. So, the first divisional round game I am going to be predicting is the Seahawks and the Falcons. I predict that the Falcons will win this game. First point to be made is that Matt Ryan is just too good for the Seahawks defense. He was 66 yards away from 5,000 yards, which 5,000 yards is a feat that not many quarterbacks have been able to achieve, and he's second in the NFL in yards, and he finished the regular season second in touchdowns with 38 of them. The Seahawks defense, on the other hand, was fifth overall in the regular season, which is good, but I don't think they'll be able to hold Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan's stats are just unbelievable this year. And, second does trump fifth. Also, Matt Ryan outplays Russell Wilson. And I think the quarterbacks will be a big part of the game because neither team excels in the running game. So the quarterbacks have the ability to make or break the football game. And, Matt Ryan outplays Russell Wilson in all passing statistics, which, that's insane. That's incredible. And Wilson does lead Ryan in the rushing stats, but Wilson this year has not been as good as a runner as he usually is. This season he only has one rushing touchdown, and he's that one quarterback who is known for his rushing yards and rushing yards and touchdowns. And this year, he just has not been able to put those touchdowns and yards on the board. So, if Matt Ryan plays on his game, and if Wilson does not, I see a possible Falcons crush here at the Georgia Dome. Another point to be made, the Seahawks defense has been the better defense over the years, but Atlanta's defense is really underrated. They have more picks than the Seahawks, which is super impressive because, as I've said many times, the Seahawks have had the better defense in the past couple of years. And for Atlanta to have more picks, that's incredible for them. And they're only one forced fumble behind the Seahawks defense, which means that the Atlanta defense, they could play in the secondary, they could play on the line, and they could play with their linebackers. So, all of that creates a good, strong defense. And if their defense plays like they've been playing most of the season, they could really stop some major yardage from being gained against them. Another point, Atlanta has a stronger rushing game. I did say that neither of them have strong rushing games, and that is true, but Atlanta has the stronger one. Devontae Freeman is better at literally every single stat than Thomas Rawls, but Rawls has started less games, but even the games he has started, he hasn't played to expectations because he was expected to fill the shoes of the all-time great Marshawn Lynch, and he just hasn't been able to do that or even get stats that are average. I mean, he's been very below average this year. So if he can't run the ball, Seattle will really kind of be stuck in a hole, and they won't be able to score touchdowns. Finally, I think that it will be a huge factor for Atlanta that they are at home. This season, they are 5-3 at the Georgia Dome, and Seattle is 3-4-1. And a cool stat that might help the Falcons is that 98% of their seats are filled during regular season games. So imagine what they must be like during playoff games. I mean, it's going to be a good matchup, but I do think the Falcons are going to come away with the win. So, the second game I'm going to be predicting is the Patriots and the Texans. The Patriots are at home as they are the number 1 seed in the AFC. And my prediction is that they will completely crush the Texans. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. The records, the Texans are 9-7, while the Patriots are 14-2. So that kind of means that the Patriots were way better in the regular season. Houston has no pass game. Brock Osweiler did not even finish the season with 3,000 passing yards. And Brady had 3,500. And that's amazing because that's Brady had almost 500, more than 500 more yards. And he missed 4 games, while Osweiler only missed 2. So, I mean, that means Brady's playing at a much higher level as expected from the beginning of the season. Also, the cold weather will probably affect Houston as, I mean, they play in an indoor stadium. They're down in Texas, used to nice, hot, dry weather. I mean, now they're going up to New England, probably the coldest place there is to play an NFL football game. So, I mean, that's not good for them. And now it seems like all the possible odds are against Houston. But there's more. When the two teams played earlier in the season, the Patriots blew out the Texans 27-0. And FYI, that was with the Patriots' third-string quarterback, Jimmy Brissett. So, I think the Patriots will dominate, and I mean dominate, the Texans. So, the third game that I am going to be predicting today is the Chiefs and the Steelers. The Chiefs are going to be at home at Arrowhead, and I think that they will come out with the win. First of all, Pittsburgh may have more standout players, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger, but Kansas City has more solid players with solid statistics that will keep them churning against the Pittsburgh's not great defense. And let's just look at Kansas City's defensive stats, because I think the defense will probably be one of the make or break things in this game. Interceptions, they lead Pittsburgh 18-13. Forced fumbles, they lead Pittsburgh 19-18. And pick sixes, look at this. 4 pick sixes for Kansas City on the year. In Pittsburgh, none. So if Kansas City can keep playing the way they have, especially on defense, they could probably keep some of those big standout players on the Steelers team in check. Ben Roethlisberger this year has thrown many picks, 13, which is kind of entering a little bit of a danger zone. And Kansas City, as I said before, as their defense, especially their secondary, is on target, they will probably be able to get a pick or 2 against Roethlisberger, which, I mean, this could be a good game. So, I mean, it could make or break how the game shapes out to be. Last point, Spencer Ware does not have the edge over Le'Veon Bell, but he is doing solid with 921 yards, almost 1,000 in his first full-time starter season. So if he could just play solid and just, do what he needs to do, he will be able to get past the Pittsburgh defense and help Kansas City to win on Sunday. So, our fourth and last game that I am going to be predicting is the Cowboys and the Packers. The Cowboys are going to be at home, and I predict a Packers win on the road. This is going to be an incredibly close and tightly contested game throughout, but I think the Packers will be able to come away with the win. First of all, Aaron Rodgers has the edge over Dak Prescott. He threw 40 touchdowns in the regular season this year, which leads the NFL, and Prescott only at 23. And given it is his rookie season, but Rodgers, it's been amazing. And speaking of rookies, Rodgers has much more experience in the league and in the playoffs. He won a Super Bowl just a couple of years ago, and Prescott, this is his first year, and he's slated originally to be a backup quarterback. So, Rodgers has much more experience, giving him a huge advantage over Prescott. Another huge point is that the Packers crushed the Giants. And remember, that was the team that the Cowboys just couldn't beat in the regular season. They lost to them twice. The Giants handed the Cowboys 2 of their 3 losses in the season. And, for the Packers, that's confidence. And for the Cowboys, that's intimidating almost. And it could have an effect on their performance in the game. Another thing related to confidence is that Green Bay does lead the all-time series 17 to 16. So they're hoping that it doesn't get tied with this game. But, that Green Bay just has so much confidence. And, when you think they just can't get enough confidence, remember that they're on a 7-game winning streak. So, the Packers are blazing hot. Like boiling. It's sizzling hot. It's incredible to watch the Green Bay Packers play at this level of performance and confidence. And the Cowboys, a thing that kind of loses their confidence, they ended their season on a loss to a division team, the Eagles. And you never want to do that, especially to end the season. They could have been tied to be the best team in the NFL, but instead they finished 13-3. And now they're the second team in the NFL. Another point, the Packers have better wide receivers, which is going to be a huge asset for them. As, Rodgers, we all know he could throw it up there. It's all up to the receivers if they can catch it. And, they can. Randall Cobb, who caught a buzzer-beater halftime catch. If you haven't watched it, definitely look at the highlight reel. It was quite a play. Jordy Nelson, who has been one of the best players in football continuously for a couple years. And Ty Montgomery, who is a very underrated upcoming wide receiver and running back. He's been playing both. So, those three, they can make a difference on the game just by themselves. This is why that I think the Packers will be able to just come up over the Cowboys in a closely contested game. Thanks for watching this video, and remember to like and click that subscribe button for more videos like this one. Thanks again, and I hope you have a good one.